Hi friends, in our time together today, I'm introducing the Thornton V6 brass whistle. Um, Tommy Martin is the creative craftsman behind Thornton whistles, and you are likely familiar with his work with his the classic wood whistle, or the hybrid wood whistle, or the hybrid whistle with a polymer body. And Tommy's celebrating, I think, 20 years of making whistles, and by introducing the metal V6 for us. I really enjoy supporting smaller manufacturers, particularly when they make such excellent instruments. You know that you're purchasing an instrument that has been through a much more rigorous manufacturing process and a quality review, and I love that. And plus, it's the smaller manufacturers that are driving innovation in this industry that we love of creating whistles. That's a conversation for another day. What I want to do is I want to talk about the whistle physically. I want to play it for you, talk about tone, volume, playability, who might want this whistle, cost, where you could pick one up, and I'll play a few tunes, and all that will be interspersed. And I'll stick chapters so that you can jump around if you want to. Anyway, let's look at the whistle physically. It's an all brass whistle with a combo Delrin brass head. It's in the John Sint style, which means that is one of the more traditional classic looks to a high D whistle or a high whistle. And I think it's a brilliant expression of that style. In some ways, unlike some of the other John Sint style whistles I have. It's, like I said, all brass. It's tunable, so the tuning slide, as you'd expect, the head slides off, and you're going to keep that lubricated with some cork grease, something like that, and slide that on. Make sure that that's in line. Get the tone hole in line with the finger holes. Easier to make sure. Slightly curved, narrow-ish airway. The whistle's nicely balanced. And so anyway, let me play a scale. We'll talk about some of the playability, the volume, some other things. Play a scale on Arpeggio, and today I'm not going to play Somewhere Over the Rainbow, because I want to throw another tune at the end. It holds its tone so very well. Just a beautiful example of this style. Fascinatingly, a lot of the John Sint style whistles are quite easy blowers, and Tommy has brought a good bit of back pressure to the whistle, which means you could play this one a little bit more you could play this one more expressively, but also he's brought more volume to the table. And I'll say again, this is not a sit around quietly play. This for a standard bore high D, this whistle, if you wanted to, can almost compete from a volume standpoint with a session whistle. I love that about it. It's pretty impressive. So this is not an easy blower. It has a very full-bodied, yet brass, bright, warm tone. The tone is so hard to describe. It's crazy. So it still plays fairly easily. But this is a whistle you have to learn to play. For example, from a breath pressure standpoint, if I start on the low D and walk up and maintain a consistent breath pressure, so you're even on the E, it's starting to crack. So I need to, like early on in the second octave, I need to start increasing my breath pressure, because this whistle wants to sing for you, but it'll sound a little raspy if you don't learn the breath pressure. You might think it's something wrong with the whistle, and I don't mean it's something wrong with you. I mean you need to learn to make it play. Sorry. So the whistle wants to sing for you, and you've got to provide the breath pressure it's requesting for that to happen. So the other thing that means is that you could play long phrases on this whistle. Choosing to breathe is more up to you rather than requiring to breathe. This whistle is not at all a breath hog, but it does require breath pressure to learn to play. So let me do a couple of tunes for you, throw in some comments, because I want you to, if you're thinking about this whistle, you really need to hear it, to get a sense of its qualities before you spend your money. But this is a beautiful whistle to play. But it took me a number of days to become accustomed to it, and a number more days to feel like I was comfortable. And a whistle should require you to learn to play it, even an easy blower. So, leaving of Liverpool, because I think that's a great expression for this whistle of a slower tune. Hey, absolutely lovely tone, good playing. It has an edge and a warmth simultaneously. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how to describe the tone for you, and that's why I want to play it just a little more for you. So the next thing I want to do is play John Doherty's March. Because I'll ignore the repeats in the interest of time, but that's a faster tune that's has a broader range on the whistle, and I think that might help. You'll see how this plays more fluidly, plays fluidly and beautifully, even on a quicker tune. So, with that said, John Doherty's March. Again, I had to learn the required breath pressure for that. There's obviously a good range, and that means you could play more expressively, but it also means you've got to learn it. That was nothing in particular. I just thought it might help. What I'd like to do now is play through the March in D that I recently introduced. Ignoring the repeats on that as well. It's a classical piece, but I think it will demonstrate some of the great responsiveness of this whistle combined with some of the tone that you may enjoy in playing even another faster piece. Now, March in D. It's a great whistle to play. Now, who's this for? If you're looking for a whistle to sit in your study and play very quietly and thoughtfully, this might not be your whistle. If you're looking for a whistle with which you could perform expressively, if you're looking for a whistle to play with others so you don't get lost in the crowd, if you're looking for a whistle you could play outside, then, or if you're not constrained in a smaller room, this is just a lovely whistle to play. And like I said, I am going to play I'll compare the different John Sint version ones I have, but I think that the Thornton V6 is just a lovely addition to the options, and I am thrilled to have it and thrilled to play it. This whistle will make you a better musician. I say that about all whistles. Every whistle requires you to learn to play them, but it will take you a while to learn to play this whistle better and better and better, and I think that is helpful for us. So right now, I think Tommy Martin is primarily selling these through the Thornton website. I'll put a link in the bottom. Right now, the V6 in D is 85 euros. That's basically $100, and to be honest, that's a steal for a whistle of this quality. Amazing value for money. You can also pick up the V6 in C for 96 euros or $111, or you could get both. You could get the set of the D and the C for 160 euros, which is $187, and that's some good money off. So I think that this is another amazing whistle from the folks at Thornton Whistles. I think Tommy Martin is brilliant. I like his work. I respect him. So maybe I should have said from the outset I'm a little prejudiced because I love his stuff. But at the same time, the Thornton V6 brings an awful lot to the market. And if you're interested in it because of the tone, it's a professional grade high D, and I think if it's something you're interested in, you want that style, you want the volume, you want the playability, the expressiveness, it's a beautiful option for you to consider. It needs to be on your list. I hope this is helpful, my friends. If you're checking out the video just because of this particular introduction, We have an amazing community of folks learning to play the whistle together. I'd love for you to join our community. If this is helpful, please like the video. That helps promote the channel. Until next time, my friends, this is Scott Shade. Happy whistling.